Have you studied English grammar rules, but you still can't use grammar correctly when speaking? Well, maybe you should change the way you're learning grammar. Let me show you. Hello, it's Keith once again from the Keith Speaking Academy, here to help you become a more confident speaker of English, and today to help you use grammar confidently when you're speaking. Now, the way you're learning grammar at the moment may not be the most effective way. You see, many students learn grammar by reading the rules, doing one or two written exercises, and so they find it hard to speak fluently and to use grammar fluently when speaking. I actually believe we should learn grammar through speaking. Start with the speaking. So in this video, I'm going to show you 4 things you can do to help you learn grammar so you can use it when speaking much more fluently, more confidently. Once you know this, everything will change, the way you learn grammar, how you speak, and you'll become a much more confident speaker of grammar, of English. Okay, are you ready? Here are the 4 things. I'll tell you now, and then I'll go through one by one in each part of the video. Number 1, master the basics. Number 2, learn through speaking. Number 3, learn through examples. Number 4, practice with others. That's it. Don't go. I'll explain step by step how to do it. There's also a free PDF over here you can get as a complete summary of this. All right, ready? Let's do it. So, master the basics. If you build a house on sand, it will fall down. You need a solid foundation. And it's the same with your grammar. Get a solid foundation. For me, first of all, that is focusing on basic word order of sentences. It's the foundation, the root of all English. What is the basic word order of a sentence in English? Can you tell me? 3 words or even 3 letters. Tell me in the chat, in the comments. I'll wait. Go on. If you can have a guess, of course it is SVO. Subject, verb, object. If you get that, that's the foundation. Let's go into a bit more detail. So, basic word order, subject, verb, object. Subject, well, the king's subjects. It's the people. I, you, he, she, they're the subjects. The verbs are the doing words or the action words. Play, run, climb, speak, shout. And the objects are the things, the objects we do it to, right? I speak English is an object. Play the guitar is an object. So for example, right, I play the guitar. I, subject, play the verb. The object of my playing is the guitar. I play the guitar. Funny but true. Now, not all verbs must have an object. For example, many emotion verbs do not always need an object. I laugh, I cry, I worry. You don't have to have an object. Now then, we've got subject, verb, and object. If we put in a negative, usually we get subject, negative, verb, object. For example, I don't play the piano. Okay, don't shows the negative. Do not, often we contract to don't. I don't play the piano. Okay, Can you say that? Is that true for you? Okay, good. However, do notice that with the verb to be and the modal verbs like can, should, must, the negative comes after the verb, right? So we don't say I not am happy. No, we say I am not happy. So with be, the negative comes after the verb. Be, am. I am not happy. Likewise, modal verbs, right? I can not swim. Although we say I can't or I cannot swim. I must not shout. So the verb to be and the modal verbs are a little different. Okay, let's move on. Okay, we're leveling up. Let's make it more complicated, okay? So we've got simple phrases. I play the guitar. What if we want to describe how you do it, or where, or when you do it? If you want to describe this, this is what we call adverbs. To say how you do it. Well, badly, slowly, quickly. Where you do it. In my bedroom, in my office, at home. When you do it. On Saturday, in the morning, at night. All these adverbs, the word order is very simple, right? Subject, verb, object, and then the adverb. Usually. For example, we can say, I play the guitar well. Adverb of how I do it, right? Describing how I do it. I play the guitar well. If I want to talk about when I play the guitar in the morning. I play the guitar before everyone gets up. The adverb can be a word or a phrase, but it's going at the end. And what about where? It's the same at the end. I play the guitar in my office. I play the guitar at home. Okay? Simples. Subject, verb, object, adverb. What about if we talk about how often? What we call adverbs of frequency. Well, if they are what we call adverbial phrases, so things like from time to time, on a regular basis, now and again. If it's a phrase, it goes at the end. Again, subject, verb, object, adverb of frequency at the end. If it's a phrase. I play the guitar from time to time. He plays the guitar now and again. Okay? However, if the adverb of frequency is one word, like always, often, never, rarely, then that goes between the subject and the verb. So it becomes subject, adverb of frequency, verb, an object. I often play the guitar. He often plays the guitar. Right? Great. Let's move on. Whoa, we've leveled up again. Now, getting more complicated, you'll be aware that we're just talking about the present, right? I play the guitar badly. I play the guitar okay. What if we want to talk about life experiences or the future? Tenses that use auxiliaries. So, for example, like have or will. So when we talk about a life experience, we may say, I have done this. Have is the auxiliary. In the future, I will go to, will is the auxiliary. If we've got the auxiliary, the word order is subject plus auxiliary plus the adverb of frequency plus the verb. For example, he has never played the guitar. Him over there. He has never played the guitar. My uncle, Michael, he has never played the guitar. Okay? Talking about the future, my sister, she will never play the guitar. She hates it. She will never play the guitar. It's the subject, auxiliary, then the adverb of frequency. She will never play the guitar. That's the order. So look at what we're doing here. We're focusing all the time on the basic word order. This is your foundation. Once you get this sorted, everything else starts to build on. We get even more complicated as we go on. Grammar, it's a big, big house. We're just building the foundation of the house, okay? Let's move on and talk about the second thing I mentioned, which is learning through speaking. You can learn and find all of the rules on the internet. I'm not going to do them all today, obviously, but I want to move on and talk about a key thing as you learn, which is to learn through speaking. Let's do that now. Right, learning through speaking. This is at the heart of all of my teaching. I have something called the Speaking Success System. It's a methodology I've developed based on 3 basic steps. Discover language in context, practice it, and then review it. The practice is what we're looking at, right? We're going to practice through speaking. I'm going to show you how this works. We'll go through some of the examples we did in the first part of this video, the basics, and I'll show you how to learn them through speaking. Just imagine I'm your teacher in the room with you. Just do what I tell you to do, okay? Right, let's do it. I play the guitar. Repeat. Change the subject I to you. You play the guitar. They play the guitar. Your best friend. My best friend plays the guitar. Or she plays the guitar. What's important is when you're thinking about he and she, think of the real person. Think actually about that person. Don't get into automatic pilot. You know, sometimes at school you see students going, I play, you play, he plays, she plays, and it's meaningless, automatic pilot. And when they speak, they don't use it correctly. You want to make it meaningful, right? I play the guitar, you play the guitar. Oh, my brother, he plays the guitar. I'm actually thinking of my brother. My sister doesn't play the guitar. So by making meaningful sentences, you're actually deepening your learning. Okay, great. Now let's think about changing the tense. So we've got I play the guitar. Put that in the past. I played the guitar, right? Good. Okay, change I for he. He played the guitar. Great. Put that into the future. He will play the guitar, or he'll play the guitar. He'll play the guitar. Nice. Let me make it a bit more complicated. Keith plays the guitar. Repeat. Tell me how he plays. Keith plays the guitar badly, or Keith plays the guitar well, fairly well. Tell me when he plays. Keith plays the guitar in the morning. Great. Put that in the past tense. Keith played the guitar in the morning, right? Let's substitute a word, right? I play the guitar. Use another word instead of guitar. Something else. Right. You may say, I play the piano. I play football. I play tennis. Could be music, could be sport. I play the guitar. Put it in the negative. I don't play the guitar. Put the negative with the subject she. She doesn't play the guitar. Great. Say something true for you. Right. For me, I might say, I play the guitar. I play the guitar well. I play every evening. I didn't play the guitar when I was a kid. I played the guitar when I was an adult. I played in a band. It goes on and on and on, right? Meaningful, interesting, nice way to practice. Right? So we're changing things, we're juggling, we're practicing by changing, adding words, substituting, changing the tense. All of this are simple ways you can practice. The important thing is to make it meaningful. And not always true, but sometimes making it true as well. Okay? That's it. Simples. Okay, learning through examples. It's really important, I think, when you're learning grammar to learn through context rather than just reading rules and doing exercises by writing. Take a context, whether it's a listening or a reading, and look at the context and focus on one particular grammar area. If you're studying the present tense, just focus on that when you're reading. If you're studying adverbs, just focus on all of the adverbs and notice how they're used in context. This is a much better way of learning grammar. Nowadays, this is made really easy because you may be thinking, well, where do I find the text? Go to ChatGPT or Claude or any of these. Just tell it what grammar you're focused on and ask for a short text. I want a text about, well, let's say, write me a story using adverbs of frequency. Make it 100 words at a A2 level of English. And you'll get a story. And then when you read it or listen to it, do text to speech, right? And then just notice the adverbs of frequency. Notice how they're used. Let me give you a very simple example. Here's a very simple text over here. I've created this with ChatGPT. I've asked it to focus on, first of all, verbs. Let's have a look and just notice the verbs as I read it through. Okay. Tom Martinez plays the guitar every day after school. The 12-year-old boy practices in his bedroom for 2 hours. His neighbours hear the music through the windows. Last Saturday, Tom entered a local music competition at the community centre. He played 3 songs for the judges. The audience listened quietly to his performance. Tom played beautifully, said Judge Maria Santos. His music touched our hearts. Okay. Now, if you look carefully at the verbs, you'll see plays, practices, hear. So you can see the he, she, and then they, hear. Entered, played, listened, past tense, played, touched, right? Very, very simple. What about if we look now at the subject, verb, object construct, the basic word order, right, we've been looking at, and adverbs, how they're used. Let's have a look again, right? And just notice, Tom Martinez plays the guitar every day. Tom, subject, plays, verb, the guitar, object, every day, adverb, adverbial phrase. Notice, right? Tom Martinez plays the guitar every day after school. The 12-year-old boy practices in his bedroom for 2 hours. His neighbours hear the music. His neighbours, subject, hear, verb, the music. Through the windows, the adverb, right, of place. Last Saturday, Tom entered a local music competition at the centre. He played 3 songs for the judges. He, subject, verb, played 3 songs, object. And as you go through, you can see the SVO everywhere. And all of this is reinforcing up here in your mind the grammar. It's not a rule, you're learning through context, which is much more powerful. So you've done the speaking practice, you've done here the context. This can be review or practice, but it's a much more holistic way of learning grammar. Can you see? I hope so. Great, let's move on. Right, step number 4, practice with others. Of course, because it's all well and good speaking on your own, practicing on your own. But if you really want to level up and get the confidence, I recommend you practice with others, because that's where you learn to listen, interact, and use the language in a real life situation. Now, this can be with classmates, friends, even a language app. But I think it's really good to do it. The challenge for many students is this is what they find difficult, the real practice. It's where they get nervous, they make mistakes. So here are some things you can do to make it easier. First of all, just focus on one grammar area. So with your partner or friend or classmate, have a very simple conversation. Keep it simple. When you're practicing on your own, push yourself. But in your conversation, keep it really simple. You can tell them, I'm focusing on present tense. I'm focusing on adverbs. And tell your partner so they know. And then focus on that, right? If you've been practicing talking about, I play the guitar and music, use the same topic in your conversation. Talk about guitars, music. Don't go into sport and food. Stay on the same topic. Keep it simple so that you can handle it much more easily. Later, when your confidence goes up, you can talk about sport, play football, etc. Okay, so choose a focus of grammar, focus on that, keep it simple, tell your partner what you're doing, and then use the same examples and the same context that you've been practicing already. Keep it simple, and slowly you'll build up the confidence you need. Put all of this together, the 4 steps, right, which are master the basics, particularly word order, learn through speaking, learn through examples, and practice with others. And as you do all of this again and again and again, you are going to build your confidence with grammar, and you'll just be using it more correctly, more accurately, and better. That's it. Simples. There is a PDF for all of this. You can download it, you can review, you can come back to this video, watch it again and again, and get all the practice that you need. I do realize, of course, today we've just looked at SVO, subject, verb, object. It's one area of grammar. Recommendations for you going forward, why not try adjectives, modal verbs, tenses, nouns. The important thing is now you have a framework or a system to follow whatever you do. Use AI to help you and support you, okay? My challenge for you today with SVO, give me an example in the chat, something that is true for you, right? I play the guitar every Saturday. That's true for me. Give me an example for you, something that's true. Let me know. In the meantime, I'm not going to wait. In the meantime, thank you for watching the video. I really do appreciate it. I hope you find it useful. Remember the PDF, you can download that here. And I will see you, hopefully, in the next video. Take care, my friend. All the best now. Bye-bye.